I got a message from Vernia. What a lovely name, isn't it? Nice, Vernia. And Vernia has been making hooks so that when she makes PDFs, she can hang the PDFs up on hooks. And so she sent me a video of how you make hooks, and I thought it was really good. And so I said, yes, I'll show everybody how to make hooks. And she says you can get quite a few out of one of those, one of the rolls of wire that she bought. So let me just show you what Vernia did making hooks.
Right. Down the length of it. If I go out there,
Finished?
yeah.
And so Vernia was saving an awful lot of money by making her own hooks for hanging PDFs up with. I generally fold mine up, but there are a lot of people who do them, like to hang them up and keep them all flat, because obviously if you've stuck them together, you can't always iron them because they've got sellotape on and sellotape melts. So if you can keep them flat, then all the better. And so these hooks are really, really handy. Got to go. Granddaughter's ringing. Ring, ring. La, 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 la. Where are we going, His Lordship?
We're going to see my son, Christopher, who we haven't seen for almost a year.
Almost a year, yes. Haven't seen him for nearly a year. And he lives in Leeds,
Yeah.
north part of Leeds. And so we're just going for a coffee and then we're coming back.
I don't want to put him under too much pressure.
Don't want to put him under too much pressure. He keeps saying, Dad, when you come to see me, and when we said we'd come to see him, he says, you're not going to stay long, Dad, are you?
No, it's meal avoidance.
Meal avoidance. He doesn't want to make a meal.
We're going from 2 till 4, so no lunch, no tea.
So we've had a sandwich and a cake on the way here, because it's a good hour and a half. So we stopped at the garage, got some petrol and bought a sandwich and a cake, and we're going to now go and visit his son. We'll tell you all about it when we come back.
Despite the meal avoidance routine, he'll be over the moon.
Yes, he will be. See you later.
Bye.
Well, would you believe that we got all the way home last night. No, we went on our way back last night. We decided to stop at Starbucks, which is just behind me, to have a coffee and something, a little cake. Well, when we were sitting inside, I dropped my phone and I picked it up and thought nothing of it till we got home, which is a good hour's drive away. And when I walked through the door, all of a sudden I got a message, a Facebook message from Messenger, and it said, "Have you just been to the Starbucks on the A19?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Have you lost your purse?" And I suddenly looked and I thought, oh. And I said, "Is it a little one, a little purse, a little green one?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Yes, it's me." And then my husband, his lordship, said, "How did you know how to ring you?" So I then said to her, "My husband wants to know, how did you know who I was? Because I didn't have any information in my purse." And she said, "Well, you had such an unusual name. I went and looked for you on social media, and she said, I came across you." And so she said, then I found I could message you. So I've done that. So I've driven all the way down here. It's taken me the best part of an hour to get here. I think I set off at 9:15, and no, it hasn't. It's 10 o'clock. 3/4 of an hour. His lordship is back home tidying the place up of his boxes and his trophies because mother-in-law's coming for lunch. So I've got to go and pick up this purse, and then I've got to tootle off home. But on my way he says, "Can you get some pudding?" because he hasn't got a pudding. So it's all disjointed at the moment, so I'm going off to get my purse. See you later. Well, I have got my purse, really nice, good little purse, but it had dropped on the floor, and I think I've got too many cards in here, so I'm going to take some out and just carry a couple. I've got business cards and all sorts in here, and I really shouldn't be because I don't really use them. Anyway, I couldn't come out without getting a coffee, could I? So I've got my coffee. It's now going to take me about 45 minutes to get home, so... And I've got to call in and get a pudding. I mustn't forget pudding. Right, I'll see you later.
Two. Clap, one. Clap, clap, two. Clap, one. Clap, two. Clap, two. Clap, okay. Two. Oh! It was me that time.
You got it wrong, Brian, not her, not Mummy.
You're out of breath though.
I am.
And the gaudiness of this green
which is coming out. It's actually almost a day glow green. I'm going to change the colour of that and see what that turns out like, because I don't think otherwise I will wear it again. Well, this is coming through a slight bit darker blue on here, but I decided to dye this white fabric. And much as I love it, it's a little bit too baby dollish. It looks darker blue on there. Were it a darker blue like that, I would have liked it, but it's really a very pale blue. So I'm going to try a different colour and see what happens. I'll probably end up with a horrible colour, but let's keep our fingers crossed. And this is the colour I'm going to turn it to. It is, believe it or not, it's emerald green. Although it doesn't look like emerald green to me. It looks more like a teal bluey green. But we'll see what it turns out like. Tone it down there. Take this off. Undo this. Can't turn back now.
So I'm guessing you want to see what they turned out like. Well, the one that had the day glow green was this dress, this pinafore type dress that I'd made, and I'll stand back and let you see. And I love it. The day glow green was this. That was the day glow green. It's come out like a tealy blue kind of colour. Looks lovely now. I wasn't liking it before. Sorry, I've got some sunshine shining in. I wasn't liking it before, and it's turned out really nice now. It's actually a Lacala pattern. That was the Lacala pattern that I used, that I made the pinafore dress from. It is a Lacala 4916, and it was to my measurements, which is what I liked about it. I input my measurements, and it created the pattern for me. Lacala, I do have to make the odd adjustment. Often it's this at the shoulders. I have to make a little adjustment, but generally they fit me much better than other. I'm going to turn you that way because it's almost getting to the end of the day and the light's starting to go on. Back where the sunshine's nearly coming around here. Anyway, Lacala almost fits me well. There's the odd time I've got to make a slight adjustment, but other than that, I do like them, and they're cheap, and I can print them out quickly, and I know that they're going to fit me fairly well. And somebody asked me where I got this fabric from. I was showing them when I was using my iron. I was showing you that piece of fabric, and I got this fabric, I got that fabric, I got this fabric, and another one. I can't remember where the other one is. And the other one that I got was this one. That one there, which I'm busy making a little dress for my granddaughter. She liked that one. She particularly liked that. And I got it on eBay from a company called JJ Textiles. I think he's called the Fabric Man. On eBay he's called the Fabric Man, but he's also JJ Textiles. But you have to buy a lot of fabric, and these ones I got for, I'm going to put you on pause while I check. They were 5 meters for £20. So 5 meters at £20. That works out at £4 a metre. But I think I got mine cheaper than that because I bought 10 metres. I bought 10 metres of that, and the other two. And I'm sure they worked out about £2 to £3. They worked out cheaper. What am I going to do with 10 metres? I don't know. I've already worked my way through the one that's this one. I think I've got about 2 metres left of that one. And I'm busy working my way through these. What am I wearing? Well, what I'm wearing today is another Lacala. I'm sorry, but I do like these Lacala. I've got the stage sometimes with some patterns where I think I'd rather have one made to measure so I don't have to do any bust adjustments. I don't have to do much hacking or doing things to it. So this is a Lacala 2100, and I don't know if you can see it there. It's actually got a little pleat and it's got a V. Only my V went rather low. I'll show you. That's my V, goes there. So I decided to put a little inset there. You can see, if you look at hers isn't so low. Mine is. I think what I might do next time is I might lift that up a bit higher. But other than that, I do like it. I like this pattern. Let me just show you. This is it. It's got a little pleat down the middle. And it's starting to get a bit creased there. But this, so yes, and I like it. I was telling you that I want to make things that are a little bit more refreshing for the hot weather. This is refreshing. The other fabric was, do you remember I bought this white broderie anglaise? I looked at it and I kept looking at it and thinking, I'm not going to wear that white. So then I dyed it blue. Didn't like the blue. It was like a turquoisey blue. And now I've dyed it a greeny colour. And this is rather nice. It's actually a very darkish green, but these flowers stand out nicely on it now. And I think that's going to make, I don't know what to make with it. Either a shirt or a dress or something with it, but it looks really, it's a lovely colour. My kind of colour now. I'll be making something with that. The postman has just arrived at, what time is it? He's just arrived and he's brought this. And it says, show it on the other side. It says, Mr. Brian.
And who wrapped this up? It's like
The person always wraps them like that.
super
Well
wrapper.
wrapped up.
She's a super wrapper.
How do you know it's a she?
I didn't say, I said it.
Alright, I'll replay that and see if we say it's a she or it.
Oh, we can replay it. Oh, well, I'm some. Super wrapper. In there. Oh, it's in there. It's in there. The famous 1657 chocolate house.
I don't think it's chocolate. What does the message say?
There's 2 bits of wood with a squashy thing.
Well, open the paper and see what the squashy thing says.
2 bits of wood and a squashy thing, and it says, hello, I've included a DIY as well as the prepared one. The DIY scrub, wash, peel. Use a potato peeler. Grate or blitz. The wood.
Yes.
Do not sniff. Do not sniff. Sorry. Do not sniff when you first cut into it. No.
Cut into it.
Cut into it. As it's really strong at first. We'll keep in the fridge for quite a while until it's mixed with cream or mayo.
It's quite straightforward writing.
Yeah, but I haven't got straightforward glasses, have I?
All right, okay.
I've got weird glasses.
As prescribed by the optician.
Oh, what was wrong? Jenny!
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, I think so now. It's horseradish, isn't it? Is it really? Is horseradish made out of wood then?
I don't know. Horseradish plant?
Wood?
I'm running out of memory soon, so you better hurry up.
Oh, she's running out of memory. Okay. This is the pre-prepared horseradish stuff. And there it is. There it is.
Oh no.
It's all soft.
It's nearly like the mustard powder. Oh, flipping heck
Oh.
it is. Behind that. Oh, it's quite strong, isn't it? Yeah, it's quite strong.
Whoa!
So what do you got to say?
Hi, Jenny.
Stupid boy.
Hey, she's a star, that girl. I love her.
And there you go. That's twice he told you he loves you.
Hey, oh,
Well,
we'll do a thing. I'll eat some of that when I've got something to eat it with.
Right. Okay, we're going to have to end there because I'm running out of storage.
This is some fabric that I received from Renee, and I dyed it purple. I think I showed you it in a previous vlog. The actual pattern was taken from a jumper that I got from the supermarket a few years back, which had got holes in it. I liked it because I liked the way that the jumper hung. Basically, when I traced it off, it's like a straight up and down t-shirt. This particular one has raglan sleeves, but at the side you have two pieces that are like a big triangle. They go down there and then down right from under the armpit and then down there. And that adds a bit more swing to the top.
Hi everybody. I have just pulled up because I'm going to get my tooth filled. I've got a tiny little chip in this front tooth and I'm going to get it filled. I noticed it about 3-4 months ago and it's taken this long to get it sorted. So that's where I'm heading to this morning. Well, it's lunchtime actually. It's 12:20 is my appointment, and it's 12:05. So I've got a bit of time to kill because they don't want you to turn up until the very time. And so I thought I'd just talk to you. So what can I talk to you about? I've been making some clothes over the weekend. We had a lovely lazy weekend. Apart from yesterday, we had his mother-in-law come and stay for a barbecue. We had mother-in-law for a barbecue. Well, we didn't have her for a barbecue, but she came for a barbecue yesterday, and it was glorious weather. I was sewing this weekend and I actually gave up on 2 items. They were just doing my head in. So then I decided, I can't remember what the 2 items were now. That's what's good about you losing your memory. You can't remember what you forgot. You can't remember what you were doing. But anyway, in the end, I downloaded 3 made-to-measure patterns from Lecala. Oh, I know. I was going to make a dress, and it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. And I thought, oh, I'm not going to carry on with this. Why did it? I can't remember why. But I thought, I'm not going to carry on with this. And then I thought to myself, well, you know, I wear tops more than anything. So I then went to Lecala, downloaded some 3 made-to-measure patterns, and I've almost finished the first one, and I'm loving it. I like it. So when I get ready to finishing it, I shall let you see what it looks like. Anyway, I'm going to toddle off to my appointment. It's going to take me about 3 or 4 minutes to get there, and I'm going to toddle off to it. What was the pattern that I made? I can't remember. You know, I'm so annoyed I can't remember. But anyway, this Lecala pattern is turning out nice. The first one. Got another 2 I'm going to make. I wanted to make them with cottons because this weekend has been really, really hot, and I was finding wearing even cotton jersey was just way too heavy on me. So I've got some fine what do you call it, some fine cotton some lovely soft cotton, and I'm making a couple of blouses from that. Right, I'm going to love you and I'm going to leave you, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. Lots to do. This is my territory outside on the garden table, making 450 medals for a customer. Meanwhile, His Lordship is making trophies for another customer. This table over there was completely littered with trophies. He's now got them all organised. Plated up and chopping the other plates so that he can get on with them. And meanwhile, we're making centres for the medals for another batch of 400 medals. The washing machine turns, and in my sewing room we are busy engraving plates for customers who makes moulds for children's hands, people's hands. And so this is what we're doing here. And over here we have a crying cat, don't we? Yes, we have a crying cat. What are you crying for? Because. Yes, I know. All she wants is a little stroke. All she wants is a stroke. Now, do you like my hat? Bought it in America. Yes, I bought it in America a few years back. They were going to charge me £40 to send it to me. I measured back and I said, can't you send it for cheaper? It's only about £3 or something, or £5 for postage. And they said, yeah, but you won't be insured. And I said, I don't care, you can just send it like that. So this apparently, oh, hang on, where's my bucket gone? This apparently, take it off, then you can see it a bit better. It is by, let me just prop you up and then I can tell you about it. Under my hair much good, but let's put it there. Right, move your tail that way. Oh, there's a good girl. Right, you be there. Come on, out the way. It's got a long tail at the back to keep the sun off the back of your head. And I like the fact that it was adjustable at the back. I like the colour, obviously, and it is called Sunday Afternoons. And apparently this fabric's really, this fabric apparently stops the sun from burning you, but I would imagine any fabric that you use stops the sun from burning you, but they reckon they've got a special coating on the inside that stops it. So it goes, they have different styles, and I just thought it was rather nice one. You can actually roll the back up like that, put it up to there, which looks a little bit silly, but let me show you. You can have it so it's rolled up there, or you can drop it down. But it keeps the sun out of my eyes, and that's very important these days. And it's got a cowboy toggle. A cowboy toggle. It is warm here, and obviously at the moment we're being told not to sit in the sunshine because the ultraviolet is not good for us. So this is my hat. I got it out and I thought, everybody was laughing at me because it's got this long tail, but it works wonders when you get to be old. You don't want to, I don't know if you've noticed, I'm getting, can't see it there, isn't that one? Getting there, getting them on the side, getting them there, even though I put creams on. So wear a hat. Well, I went shopping today, just for a very quick shop, and His Lordship was away, so I like to go and have a little coffee in Costa Coffee. outside Costa Coffee. I sit outside and have a coffee. And I went into the range and I caught my eye on this. I don't know if you can see, but it's a... Oh, you won't see it down. I'm filming you from the phone. It's a Jacquard multifunction 360-degree rotating cutting mat. Now, not everybody needs one of these, but I thought I'd like to get one. And a lot of people use them for quilting, but I figured this would be quite a nice idea for when you're cutting things out and you want to, when you're turning the fabric round, you want to cut it out. Probably more for quilting, and I'm quite keen to get into doing some quilting. Anyway, I shall open it up to let you see. I haven't looked at it myself yet. It's basically... simplifies multiple shape cuts, ideal for decorating clay and pottery. Use as a conventional cutting mat. And oh, here she comes. Here she is. Here's trouble. Are you here? Yes. Have you come to say hello to everybody? Have you come to say hello? Say hello then. Say hello to them over there. If I do it that way, will you say hello to them? Will you say hello? I've just given her her dinner. She's not the best eater. In fact, I would say she's an anorexic cat, because every time you give her something, she doesn't eat it very long. Oh, we're going to block everything. Do you see how she's a black cat? But when you see her in certain light, she's actually dark brown. Yes. Well, anyway, she doesn't. I give them dry food quite often, and I think she's. I'm sure she's either bulimic or anorexic, because she's always bringing it up. And I've tried. This is the best food for cats. And then I buy them a sachet of meat, and I have to keep her away from the white one, because the white one she'll eat all of the food. She's like, is one of these that just eats it very carefully, and the other one gulps it down. Yes, she does, doesn't she? Are you going to let me talk on this thing? The other one gulps it down. And, of course, when she's gulped hers down, she then goes to her little bowl and eats it. And so what I tend to do is I do a sachet where I give 2/3 to the white cat and 1/3 to this one. And she just licks the top of the juice and everything. And then after that, she just leaves it. So I've just given her some and she hasn't eaten it. So, and she's not painfully thin, but she's quite thin, aren't you? You don't eat much, do you? She waits until the other one's asleep before she goes and eats food, because she doesn't like being around. You don't like being around that white cat, do you? But the white cat's gone very nice. She's very gentle now, and she wants to be your friend. Are you not going to let her be your friend? No. Anyway, and look at the little white hairs. Did you see the little white hairs? She's got some little white hairs on her there. Let's see. Can you see them? She's got a dirty fur, but there's a few white hairs there. Anyway, we shall try and go back to what we were talking about. This, and it has a pad at the bottom, which is, it's got a rubberized effect on it, and this circular bit, and that doesn't do anything. What does that do? Well, it's taped on there. Can you see the tape there? Taped on there. And then this sits onto it. How does it sit on? I don't know how that does that. Let's have a look. That's it. How does it turn it round? That doesn't turn around. And that doesn't turn around, but that goes like that. And it doesn't that. I'll show you. Turn you around. So the bottom, which has a rubberized bottom to it, already dirty from my desk, has that in the middle, and it's been taped to stop it from moving. I don't know if you can see that if I lift it up, but this rubber has a good grip on it so it can't move. And then this is the top that has that on it, and that fits into that opening because that's raised there, and it fits into there. If you can see, fits into there until it clicks into place, and then after that you can turn it and turn it. It has don't iron and keep out of the sunshine, keep it flat and don't roll. Well, it's too hard to be able to roll. And then it's got 30 degrees, 45 and 60 degrees for cutting. Not sure about this 15 centimetres and 25 centimetres. I suppose that's from the 15 centimetres diameter there. That's 15 diameter and 25 centimetres. I have no idea. But it's not a bad little thing, and it cost me £10.99 or £10.50 or something, 10 something. It has 1 centimetre squares, 15 and 25 centimetre diameter circles. Place the base mat on the flat surface, rubberized surface down. Insert plastic centerpiece into the opening. Well, that was there to start with. If used mainly for one function only, tape plastic centerpiece in position from underside using... Right. I also bought this little one, which is a little A4 one, and I got that from the range during or before lockdown. It's a little A4 one. I got this in the DIY section, and I thought this was quite handy. My original intention was... I'll explain to you in a second what my original intention was. Well, I had originally bought this little thing. It's a little, it says it's a rotary cutting mat, a mini mat, and it's basically padded on one side and it's got the rotary mat on the other side. I can't remember where I bought it from, and I can't remember how much I paid. It wouldn't have been very much, but I was looking at it and I was thinking that's quite good. It's just like a pad. Again, it's probably for quilting, but it's like a little pad. Cut and press it's called, and it's got inches on this one, so it must be Americanized. And on the other side it's got centimeters. But I figured, I was looking at that and I thought, oh, that's quite good. You could make, I originally bought that, and I thought I could do the same thing, have the cutting mat on one side and have that on the other side, which could act as a little ironing pad. And I was going to get an A4 piece of this felt and glue it onto there. But then I changed my mind, didn't I? So I ended up getting a square felt like that rather than the A4. Not sure why, but anyway I did. And so I got that. I think that was only a couple of pounds if I remember right. It wasn't very expensive. That was £10 and I got that on Amazon. I'll put a link down below to where you can get them from if you're looking for them. I find this very handy. I told you about this in one of my last vlogs. Very handy for pressing close at hand, and it goes with my little iron. So that one, I never got round to making it anyway. So so this is just being used as a handy little way of cutting, as a handy grab it cutting mat. I've also got my sewing machine sitting on top of another one, if I can get that out to show you. They do say you can't have too many cutting mats, and I don't have many, not compared to some people. But I have this one, which is a trimits or a trimits cutting mat. This is 18 by 12. So I've got the 18 by 12, and then I've got the A4, which is about half that possibly. And then I've got a little one, which is that one. Those there. And then I've now got this square one, which is that one. And I've got a really big one, which is like an A1, I think it is. It's quite big. It's as wide as my desk. Can't remember. I think it's an A1. I would have liked a bigger one again, but I haven't found one. And I think I have, but they're very, very expensive, and I don't think I want to spend that much money. So the other day,
I've shown you pictures of his lordship's desk, of the table. The table is cluttered with his lordship stuff, with these orders. And he's taken over my table in there, in the other side there, which has a cutting, well, it's not really a cutting thing, but it's a table that I could use to lay out my patterns and cut. So in the end, I had to do it on the floor. And getting down on the floor wasn't too bad, but getting up was hell, you know. It's not so bad when you do it once, it's not so bad when you do it twice, but when you do it by about the 5th or 6th time that you get up and down and you're on your knees and it's quite painful, because I ended up having to, the only place I could find, I didn't want to do it on a carpet, I did it on the kitchen floor, which is tiled, the tiles are cold, my knees were hurting, and I had to keep getting up and down, and I reckon I was all going to have a heart attack by the time I finished, but never mind, we managed to get some patterns cut. But then I thought, wouldn't it be a nice idea to have a really big one? Why did I want a really big one? Because I wasn't going to do it on the floor. Or maybe I did. Maybe I thought it would be nice to have a really big one that I could then put on the floor and I could cut round. But oh, it doesn't do your health any good being on the floor and doing gymnastics at 70. I know there are people who can do gymnastics at 70, but my gymnastics is totally different. I've never done those kind of gymnastics for years and years and years, and it's not good on me. Well, I just can't do it. So I might put this back into here if it seems it's in 2 pieces. I hadn't expected it to be in 2 pieces, so I'll keep it together by putting it back in the bag. And I'm busy uploading another vlog. This will be in a one, 2 or 3 times later. You won't know that, will you? Catch you next time. Bye. Well, that didn't work because the bag split, so it's gone down at the side here. And I shall reuse this for rewrapping some of my orders. I always reuse papers and things. I'm sure customers must think, ooh, she's used something, she's recycled something. But you know, waste not, want not, as my mother used to say. See you.